What kind of audio tweaks would impact budget equipment? That's a excuse me. That's a great question that comes from Scott in Salem, Oregon, who writes, "You've talked before about some audio tweaks." Yes, I have. That improve sound, vibration, dampening, isolation, cables and interconnects, etc. Some of these can be had for relatively low cost. I have a nice budget system, NAD, shit audio. Sorry, that's Mike Moffat and his boys. Not mine. ELAC, etc. Are these tweaks and accessories likely to make an obvious improvement in a system like this? Or would I need a higher end, more resolving system for them to make a difference? Man, that's a tough one. First off, you've got the... It cracks me up. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to ever make fun of people, but we've got nearly 50,000 subscribers now, and as the channel grows, so too does the sometimes outrage that just where people are just like, you said what? You believe what? It's stunning to me. I like, this is all bullshit. This guy's a snake oil salesman. Well, first off, I don't sell tweaks. I really don't. There's no reason for me to tell you to use a tweak or not use a tweak. I'm just reporting my findings to you. I've done this for 45 years. I don't sell snake oil. Our company has never engaged in BS. We're about as open and honest a company as you're going to find out there. And so it's always a major amusement to me to watch the anger. Why does that make people angry to hear that cables make a difference? I guess it's the same thing, when you're in line at the supermarket and it says 12 items and you happen to have 13, and there's that guy right behind you that goes, really? You're gonna violate the 12 rule in front of me? You're gonna tell me that something, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. What the hell were we talking about? Tweaks. Okay, are tweaks valuable for budget systems? I don't generally recommend them, no. That's just a general statement. So if you've got a pair of ELACs, you've got, what else did you have? You had, NAD, New Acoustical Dimensions, Shit Audio. Shit Audio is pretty good stuff. They make some pretty good sounding stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily equate budget with low performance, because the Mike Moffat and Jason Stoddard stuff over at Shit Audio, it's really excellently engineered stuff. They do a really good job. But that said, if you have a system where you're not doing critical listening, that's mostly background, like mine at home. Terry has a great system at home. It's a little higher end than this. It's a pair of LS50s, a clear audio turntable, and a Sprout integrated amplifier, the Sprout 100. And we've got some decent cables on it, and that system sounds very good. It's mostly used for background music, for playing her favorite albums, and she loves it. I mean, it just brings her the greatest amount of joy. And I've tried different cables on it, speaker cables in particular, and certainly have heard a difference. Does it really matter to Terry? Well, on the one hand, here's somebody who has just discovered that various pressings of vinyl sound different, and dramatically so. One of her favorite cuts or albums is Sergio Mendes' Brazil '66. And if you've never heard it, it's the original one that started A&M Records. A&M is Herb Alpert and Sergio Mendes. Alpert Mendes, that's where A&M comes from. And that was I think it was their first big release. And it's a terrific album, really, to this day. It was in 60s, 70s. See if you can find a copy. But her mom had left her one, and it's an old mono version, scratched up and nasty. That sounds terrific. It's one of the best sounding albums that we have in the entire collection. And she's gone out and gotten another one. A friend of hers, Pete, bought for her birthday, bought her a really pristine copy of Brazil 66, Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. But it's the stereo version, sort of a later mastered version. Doesn't hold a candle to the mono version. No, it doesn't sound anywhere near as good. And that's easy to hear on this system. And so now she's becoming a complete wacko in terms of trying to, you know, if you look at an album and you look at the inner shiny part near the label, you can see handwriting and you can see what the pressing, the stamping master was, and you start searching for that one if you find a good one. And so she's off on this bent. But would cables, would isolation, would regenerated power, yeah, it'll make it sound better, but I don't know if it's where I would put my money. If I were you and you're looking to improve your system, upgrade your electronics and speakers first. I would certainly do that before tweakifying it, if that's a help to you. And I hope it is. And thank you for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.